Hey folks, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your Lakers Trailblazers previews and predictions for a Friday, May 7th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your weekend. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. All right, tough spot here for the Lakers coming off that shellacking last night at the Staples Center against the Clippers. In fact, the final score of that game was 118-94, favoring the Clippers, where Portland coming off a victory, a big victory in their last game, 141-105 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now the bookmakers have made Portland a 6.5-point home court favorite this evening. Over/under set at 221.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Portland Trailblazers by 5. 118-113. The over/under set at 231.97. Now Portland 5-5 in their last 10 games, 7-3 against the numbers. 70% of those games went over the total, where the Lakers are only 3-7 straight up, 2-8 against the numbers, and 5-5 against the over/under. So as you can see, the Lakers are struggling right now. Speaking of struggling, look at the value index here on the Portland Trailblazers. -101 is our number, and you're getting to lay 6.5. So bookmakers are trying to squeeze some numbers out of you here, some juice, as they would say. And so you're going to overpay for the Trailblazers if you do like them, but you are getting good value on the Lakers at -2.57 was my number, and you're getting +6.5. But keep in mind, no LeBron James, right? For the Portland Trailblazers at home, facing those teams that are 50% to 59% in the standings, only 2-6 straight up and against the numbers. So they really have they struggle when they face a team that has almost an identical record. In fact, they do have identical records. Look at this, 37-29, both these teams on the season. 33-31 against the point spread, 31-35. So a minor edge here goes to Portland. When they're at home, they're 16-16, and that's unacceptable. You got to win your home games. And, you know, a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome going here in Portland. They're 21-13 on the road, but 16-16 at home. So that's not a good, at least with the Lakers, they're consistent, right? 18-15 and 19-14 when it comes to home and away. But yeah, you got to improve on that if you want to go far in the playoffs. Now, looking at the last 10 games between these two teams in the last head-to-head meetings, Portland's only 3-7 straight up, but keep in mind the LeBron factor does come into play here tonight. In fact, let's take a look at how these teams do off a win and a loss. Lakers 10-9 coming off a loss when they're on the road, and for the Portland Trailblazers coming off a road win as a favorite, only 0-3 against the number, and 5-9-1 against the point spread coming off a win. So be very careful if you're going to play the Portland Trailblazers. In fact, look at this. Lakers or NBA road teams this year facing an opponent that has a 51-60% win percentage, 25-14 against the numbers. So maybe the Lakers could be a nice spot here tonight. And here's an angle on the over. NBA road teams coming off a game where they allowed 118 points against in their last contest. The over is 14-7-1 for the road team. So a couple of things to consider tonight between the Lakers and the Trailblazers. Hopefully it's a good one for you. Cheers.